Good evening, Buchanan Bears, Clovis Cougars fans. We are here live Friday, October the, what's today?
12th.
It's been October the 12th.
All day, bro.
All day it's been the 12th. So we're here on elementary night. So you see a lot of the feeder schools that feed into Clovis Unified, Buchanan Unified that are here right now for this game tonight. For the Clovis Cougars against the Buchanan Bears. As always in the booth, we have Mr. Chris Milton himself joining me. Jordan Bryce here. And then we have a very special guest in the booth with us tonight. Former Fresno State Bulldog superstar running back, Mr. Paris Gaines. Paris, welcome.
Pleasure to be here. Definitely pleasure to be here. It's a beautiful night in the Central Valley.
Yeah, me and Chris, we were up here chatting. We were talking. We were like, you know, we definitely need a third voice in the booth. And we were like, who's a Buchanan dad that has swag, that knows the game of football? And we unanimously voted that Paris Gaines is to be up in the booth with us. So it's good to have you here, my brother.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Very proud parent, proud Buchanan Bear, and it should be a great one tonight, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Clovis Cougars coming in. They're 4-2. They've surprised a lot of people this year. Going into the year, there's talk that this is going to be a down year. And they have surprised a lot of people and knocked off some pretty good teams. So it's going to be an exciting matchup here tonight.
Definitely. I actually thought, Jordan, that both teams are coming in tonight's contest at 5-2.
I thought they were 5-2 as well.
Right. That's okay. Both teams are 5-2 tonight. Both teams are starving for a victory. The Buchanan Bears need to get back on a winning track. As we approach the latter part of the season here, we need to really start playing well. So it's going to be a great contest tonight. Both teams are 5-2, and we're looking to see some fireworks early.
So Paris, you haven't been up in the booth with us as much, so I'm curious, what did you see for the Buchanan Bears team? Areas of strength, areas that you'd like to see us focus on? Give us your thoughts.
Well, definitely. I think winning the three phases of the game tonight is key for the Buchanan Bears. I think tonight we need to make a big play in the kicking game. I'm looking to see something out of our special teams to get us rolling. I think defense is our strength. I truly believe that defense wins championships. I want to see 11 hats to the football. I want to see guys flying around. I want to see fundamental Bear football played with fanatical effort. On the offensive side of the ball, we start a young quarterback. This young man can make plays with his feet. I think his arm is a little underestimated. Yes, Central laid the blueprint out on tonight. Other teams are going to try to stack the box. We have a very dynamic running back. He has multiple tools at his disposal. Tonight, Jordan, I would love to see us become a more balanced team, run the ball as well as pass the ball. I think that's one of the keys to success tonight.
Amen, brother. Amen. Well said. So I just want to also add that Paris's son, Darian Gaines, is a sophomore that's also on the varsity squad. Getting some snaps at mostly a receiver, right? But also working in with the secondary.
Yeah, you know, he's a young guy that was called up from the JV. True blessing to get an opportunity to come up here to play in front of the home crowd. The lights are bright at this level, so he's a young guy that's coming along. He's being developed right now. We're hoping to see that connection next year. But tonight, hey, we'll see how the game goes. He might get some snaps tonight. But again, an opportunity to come up here and learn and develop from our great coaching staff, our varsity staff.
Awesome, awesome. Chris, what are your thoughts, my man?
Well, going into this game, if we remember last game, coming off of that Central loss, I think we came out lackadaisical. I think we came out and talking to some of the kids going into that week, I think they underestimated Clovis West because they hadn't won a game. So we came out slow, we came out sluggish, and they hit us in the mouth early, which woke us up. Clovis High is a team that you cannot come out sluggish, that from the very first kickoff, no matter which side of the ball you're on, you better come to play. So if Buchanan plans on coming out of here with a W tonight, they need to take control early and take control constantly through this game.
And I totally believe that. I think what Chris is trying to say is that we need to start fast. We need to really start fast as a
period.
team. Again, I would love to see this team come out and be a little bit more balanced. Again, Central, who won their game yesterday, I believe the score was 48-14. They beat Clovis North. A team that kind of laid that blueprint. We know we're going to see teams stack the box and try to stop the run. As dynamic as our running back is, we need the passing game to get going tonight.
Paris, if anybody can relate to that, it's you, right? Once upon a time, you shared a backfield with the one and only David Carr.
That's right.
A lot of weapons on offense, and you benefited from a balanced offense, right?
Most certainly. I mean, our passing game can only benefit Kendall Milton. You know, there it is. We throw the ball, we loosen up that box. It creates lanes. It gets those linebackers thinking. Again, as dynamic as our 5-star running back is, we have to throw the football tonight in order to be successful.
So let's talk about the Clovis Cougars a little bit.
Right.
They had a transfer quarterback from Bullard High.
That's right.
There was a battle going on in spring all through the summer. The last second, they named their quarterback starter. And, you read like the PAG meter, all these different things, and it was like, is Clovis going to be able to throw the ball? And this kid's come out. I forget his name is slipping my mind right now, but he's thrown something like 23 touchdowns already this year. He's thrown for, I think, 1,500 yards. So they're going to come out, they're going to spread it out, and they're going to test our secondary right away. They're not known for their running game, but they've been putting up a lot of points on people through just spraying the ball around and putting the ball in the air a lot. So curious to see how our secondary steps up today.
Well, when you look at the offenses, Jordan, what you're going to see is you're going to see a Clovis Cougar offense that's very similar to what we do at Buchanan. Okay, they want to run that spread. Their quarterback is a gunslinger. Again, but we're talking about a Clovis Cougar program. When you talk about the history of both programs, they got some tough kids over at Clovis High School. They don't lay down. They know how to fight. It's going to be 4 quarters of football all night. That's that Clovis Cougar mentality. It's just something that they've been. It's part of what they do. It's part of that tradition at that high school. So again, like Chris said, we need to start fast tonight. I think we need to establish the line of scrimmage. We need to dominate up front, and eventually you just suck the will out of a team when that happens.
Right. Totally agree with you, Paris. Well, look like our Buchanan Bears have exited the locker room, preparing to make their charge on the football field. Tonight is Spirit Night, so what you see on the football field are all of our feeder school elementary programs and their cheerleaders.
And out come your Buchanan Bears. I like that. Players lining up on the sides, slapping fives with all the elementary kids.
All the future Bears.
That's right.
Yeah, Spirit Night is super important. I mean, I remember as a kid, we would do these types of things for football, for basketball. I'd come and watch the high school guys, and this is what like got my juices flowing and made me dream about playing football, basketball at the high school level. So I think Spirit Night is really important.
So here's the big picture, man. Look out on the football field, you guys, and you see the boys and the girls. Just think, man, in probably like 4 or 5 years, those are future Bear football players. Those are future Bear cheerleaders. So we have an opportunity to get a snapshot into what the class of 2028 might look like.
That's right. It's a great thing. You create a Bear Nation culture that starts at the elementary schools, and it's great to see all these programs out tonight. Again, all these schools will eventually feed into Buchanan, so it's a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, Chris, Paris, it wasn't that long ago when we were here.
That's right.
For Spirit Night, escorting our kids here, right, and then looking on the field. And of course, Chris, you had Kalan at the time, so you already had I'm good. You already had a son that was playing at the high school level, but for Paris and I, we were out here trying to, in our minds, visualize in 4 or 5 years what it was going to look like, and now that day is here.
We'll take a quick break, Jordan, to observe the moment of silence.
Thank you. For our thoughts and prayers with the Folsom family. This time, ladies and gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem by the Clovis High School, Buchanan High School marching band. Feel free to sing along.
before we get prepared to get started, Jordan, looked like some of our regulars have popped on to say what's up.
Gage, John Byers, good evening, gentlemen. Two of our long time, like when I say long time, I mean like 5-6 weeks long time. Biggest supporters. Good to see you on here, fellas.
Appreciate you guys. John, where are you watching from tonight? I know you were in what, Hawaii the week before that in Ohio. Where are you tonight, John? And Gage, yes, we're about to put that work on Clovis High tonight, man. I hope you still ride with us, though.
Yeah, Gage, where does your allegiance lie? So, are you going with the Cougars tonight, or are you going with the Buchanan Bears?
Yeah, we need to know what side of the table you're sitting on, Gage.
Exactly.
You said this gentleman was in Hawaii last week, huh?
Oh, yeah, John Byers? Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, my bank account don't work like that. That's awesome.
Nah, John is the big-time Italian homie from the Bay Area.
Okay, all right.
I think he's mafia, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure.
Hey, we appreciate it.
Hey, don't ask, don't tell. I don't want to know. I don't need to know.
love that guy to death.
All right, so as the cheerleaders and the elementary football players work their way off the field, captains are going to be going out to the middle. Our lineup of captains looks like we're going to be led by number 61. 61, Tyler Aldecoa. Number 24, CJ Jones. We called his name a lot. Number 70, Jason Franco. And last but not least, number 3, Trey Coakley. So Cougars being the visiting team, they're going to get to call the coin toss. We're just about 1 minute from kickoff here. What do you think about the crowd tonight, Chris?
Let me look over here.
Meh.
I still see people coming up the ramp. And okay, so let me talk about the obvious. So Bear Nation, right? We haven't had that dominant winning program in a couple of years. So it would be nice on Friday nights, man, to have this place packed. This is big-time football here in this community. It would be nice to have the same crowd that we have for De La Salle. There's no reason why we shouldn't have that same type of representation on our Friday nights. To Paris' point earlier, we have 2 5-star athletes on our squad, in our running back and in our kicker. We have a 4-star wide receiver. Brock Jones, I want to say, is another 4-star dual sport athlete. These are kids that are ranked in the nation that are right here in Clovis. So it would be nice if we truly got people to come out consistently every game to support these boys, because you know how that goes. That doesn't happen all the time.
No, very true. Definitely something special. And I'm very blessed to – I'm a San Diego product, Chris. I come from the southern section. It's so many things going on in the southern section, but here in the Central Valley, man, in these small knit communities, it's football. It's football that brings this community together. And it's one of the reasons why I chose Fresno State, is because of this, because of these communities, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the obvious, fellas. So this is really, I would say, our second year of being ultra competitive in the landscape of the Valley. So I would say the program is still finding its legs under Coach Giordano. Quite a bit of down years with the previous regime. I mean, it sucks because our kids are here right now and we want the fan support right now. But the reality of it is that it's not like we've had 10 years of continued dominance, right? So we're in year 2 of being an elite program.
Right. True.
So I think the fan support will come. But listen, we're going to press you guys. Like we're really happy, the people that are joining us. But at the same time, like we'd like to see these stands filled up with a bigger student section first and foremost.
Especially when the principal allows all the students to get in for free.
Yeah, like come on, students. Like what do we got? 2,500 students? What are you guys doing on a Friday night? Like is Fortnite that important where you can't break your Fortnite? Okay, kickoff is up. We got a touchback by Race Malum. Us dads are in the booth.
We're up here venting, you guys.
Yeah, we're like Tampa Bay Devil Rays fan right now. Devil Rays fans are like Jacksonville Jaguar fans. We're just like trying to understand where the fan support is. All right, so Clovis is going to take over possession on their own 20-yard line. Started off with a touchback. So this Bears defense, you're going to hear me say it a lot, is loaded at all 3 levels. Got a very good defensive line, excellent linebacking core, and probably our strongest level, maybe our secondary.
So, Paris, we had a debate last week. We see C.J. Jones out there doing his job on that DB island. Could he lock up his dad in his day?
I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to disagree with that.
All right. Clovis High quarterback. Scrambles out. That's a nice tackle right there.
Nice
That's
That's an excellent tackle. There we go.
McKay Gleason. McKay Gleason with a nice open field tackle. Quarterback picks up 5 on the scramble.
In the NFL today, that might have cost him $15,000 for that tackle.
We see Clovis Cougars coming out in that 22 formation. That back swinging, they're trying to pull one of our linebackers out of the box.
Nice.
That's a good tackle.
Immediately brought down on the play by C.J. Jones.
Speaking of C.J. Jones.
That's a good tackle. One thing you notice about C.J. Jones, the young DB, is his footwork, his ability to quickly get out there, to recognize the play, and drive on the football.
He's so physical out there. I love, he's always been physical too. I remember watching him play like basketball when he was in like 5th grade. Right. And he was a bull in a china shop on the basketball court. I mean, he was just always so aggressive and physical.
That's right. Having the opportunity to talk to one of the staff members, they did recognize CJ as our most physical corner.
All right, first down, go with a quick jet sweep. C.J. Jones does his job, turns him back in. It's like number 40, Jack Bankston cleans up. So on that jet sweep, it's cornerback's job, right, not to give up the outside shoulder, turn it back inside.
Right now we're looking at 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, yes.
And the Clovis Cougars are in that double wing formation.
It's back to pass. Pass brought in right over the outstretched hands of Jalen Cropper.
And that's what you call a dime right there, Jordan. Typically, you don't see too many teams in the Valley in that double wing formation. You used to see in the Air Force Academy and teams like Georgia Tech get in that double wing formation, and they will rock you to sleep and then throw the football.
Georgia Tech.
My bad.
Crossing route hit. Get some decent yards after the catch there. Brought down on the play by number 27, Michael Mertens.
There you go. Clovis coming out, dumping the ball. On that easy dig route, Jordan, coming right across the middle. Just catching our linebackers, dropping a little too far in zone.
So one of the things that we've been seeing, Paris, is coverage-wise, we're very soft. Clovis West had some early success against us, and we started to play those short routes more aggressively. I wonder if that's going to be the case this game as well.
Oh, well, see, against a team like Clovis, you notice number 6, our strong safety came down there. We were looking like either a cover 1 or a cover 0 right there. But I totally agree with you in that. I think we have the ability to go man press across the board.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you go man press, like a team like Central here in the Central Valley, it's basically my guy is better than your guy. That's basically what they're saying. I think we need to have a little bit more belief in our athletes, and I do believe we have the talent enough to go man across the board.
So, Paris, what happens when you go man across the board? What does that do for your defense?
Well, from a defensive standpoint, we're talking about kids that can cover a guy one-on-one and basically lock down the other team's best player. Okay, now that then frees up your rush. You have to trust those guys because they are on an island out there by themselves, Jordan.
Yeah, and again, you know, that lessens the responsibility of the linebacking core, so they can focus more on run support. Also, they can spy the quarterback. That's one of the things that you really got to be aware of when you go man coverage. If you got a scrambling quarterback, it's dangerous because your corners and your safeties, everybody that's locked up, man, their backs to the ball. Okay, snap here. 2nd down and 4. Ball aired out again. McKay Gleason's beat on the coverage. Reception by number 18, and Clovis, a lot of early success right now.
That's right, Jordan. They came out in that 31 formation. So now they're forcing the Buchanan Bears to go and to like lock down man-to-man like we just talked about. And there was one-on-one. The Clovis Cougar guy got the best of our Buchanan Bear defender.
They're definitely trying our secondary early.
All right, now here they go back into that double wing formation.
It's like Reese Bacon, C.J. Jones, a host of Bears in on the tackle right there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line.
What you're going to see, Jordan, when they jump into that formation, it's a grinded out formation. It's a grinded out. They're talking, those offensive linemen are taught to get off the football and typically cut the knees of the defenders. And it's a real grind out run formation. And now they jump back into that 21 formation.
And they're giving us a lot of different looks right here.
A lot of looks.
Little misdirection, overthrow. They had a screen set up there.
That's right, to the tight end.
To the tight end,
yeah.
From my camera, it almost looked tipped. Did it look tipped, fellas?
Yeah, I think it may have been tipped.
Well, thank God our defender got a hand on the football.
By Zane, I think that was Big Zane Ricks, number 77.
Oh, excellent, because that fly sweep caught us looking.
So this is definitely a passing down in distance. Down here on the goal line, the windows are a lot smaller. Quarterback overthrows again.
To the back of the end zone.
I wish we had the Clovis High roster because number 18 has been getting a lot of targets early on in the game. Or is that 16? 16.
Yeah, that was 16. But again, you know, Tanner Blunt has to recognize that in a trips formation, Jordan, someone's going in and someone's going out.
Right.
Okay, the Clovis quarterback put the ball only where his receiver could catch the ball on that back pylon right there. So the young man has to recognize as a safety that one guy's going in, one guy's going out, and I got to react a little bit faster than that. Timeout called on the play by the Clovis Cougars.
Looked like we no, it's on Buchanan. It looked like we had to call that. It didn't look like Cropper was going to make it off the field before the snap.
Excellent.
All right. Nice observation there.
Hey, I got to contribute.
That was awesome. So
sounded like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. I got
to Skip Bayless. You can be Stephen A.
This is a catastrophe. All right, I'm going on Max Preps and I'm pulling up this Clovis High roster because we're doing these boys a disservice by not even calling out the names of the players on their side.
Well, that's all right. Well, it's 8:32 in the first quarter. The Cougars are knocking on the door. Here we go, lining up for what looks to be a field goal.
A 24-yard field goal right here, pretty close to a chip shot for the left hash, and that is no good.
No good.
So the Bears come out unscathed and survive a very, very promising first drive from the Clovis Cougars. That's got to be a little bit upsetting if you're the Cougars.
They showed a lot that drive, Jordan, and our D coordinator, he definitely should use this time reevaluating that drive. And
I think that's deflating for a Clovis Cougar offense that came out long, sustaining drive and came away with no points.
Always hurt. So out comes the Buchanan Bears offense led by DJ Stevenson, joining the backfield by Kendall Milton. Looks like we got a bunch set to the left, single receiver up top on the right. Stevenson's going to keep it.
Looks like he got rid of it. Brock Jones was in the area of the pass.
So the Bears come out in that 30 bunch formation. We want to get our young quarterback in rhythm early. We roll him out of the pocket, but again, someone has to come back to the football.
Three wide receivers at the top of the screen, one receiver at the bottom of the screen. Looks like Jalen Cropper's down there. Handoff goes to Kendall Milton. Kendall lowers his shoulder, picks up about 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
There you go. And you see how gifted this young man is. We talk about the signs of a good running back. A back that keeps his legs going forward and always falls forward during a run. Okay, we want to open him up. We want to hit it with power. We want to hit him with zone. And eventually we need to run plays like stretch and like toss. But see, Jordan, we're going back in that 31 formation right here. Let's see if we can get young Stevenson out of the pocket possibly.
So that's going to be a 3 and out. Looks like Stevenson was hit as soon as he
that's right.
As soon as he was ready to let go of the ball, so it spiked into the ground. Not a very good first possession for the Bears. So
at all.
4th and 7, 3 and out. Going to be punting back, getting the ball back to the Cougars.
We definitely have to be more creative in our play calling.
We talked about a more balanced Buchanan Bears team. There we have it. 2 pass plays, 1 run, right out the gate. Shallow cross. Stevenson did have number 5 Jalen Cropper coming on a shallow cross, but didn't have enough time to get rid of the football.
Malaman to punt. Ball skips out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Cougars going to take over for 1st and 10. We got 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first quarter. The score is the Clovis Cougars 0, Buchanan Bears 0.
Back to that trips formation for the Clovis Cougars that they had success early. Attacking that defense. See how deep our safety is. And that's the Buchanan Bears.
So that's one of the things we were talking about last week, Jordan. What I would have liked to see, once that quarterback crossed the line of scrimmage, I would like to see that DB release off of his man and come back downfield to make a play. The person who got him was the defensive end who chased him down out of the backfield. So we have to get motion from the other side of the line, forward motion. We're giving up too many yards because we aren't being aggressive to the ball.
We got man here.
Single high safety.
Clovis call a timeout. Oh no, that's illegal.
Illegal shift.
Wow.
We'll take that. So going to bring up 1st and 15 back at the 47-yard line.
Again, just for those who don't know, joining Jordan and I in the booth, we have Paris Gaines, Fresno State alum, big time back, NFL alum. Welcome, Paris.
Great to be here. Thank you, Chris, for having me.
Hole in the coverage there.
Again,
so it looks like we were in a cover 2 right there, huh?
Again, it looked like a cover 3 to me. Yes. I hope it was a cover 2.
Yeah.
What they're doing is the trips formation, Jordan, they're forcing us to go man-to-man, which leaves a hole in the defense. If we don't drop a linebacker, curl it flat, it's gonna be a long night for us, because that's the 3rd time they've completed that pass in a 31 formation, which is a trips formation.
Nice play by Jalen Cropper.
That's pretty good coverage, Chris.
Yeah, Cropper in his hip pocket.
Great play by Jalen Cropper. Hey, we have to acknowledge, was it yesterday, Jalen received another offer from the University of Nebraska.
And the offers continue to roll in.
And they continue to roll in. I know he was close to making a commitment earlier, but I think he may hold off now. He's picked up a couple in the last couple of weeks from big-time programs.
Scott Frost knows what he's doing. Not too many people know, Jordan, that I originally committed to University of Nebraska out of high school.
Oh, really?
It just happened to land at Fresno State. Long story. I'll save it for another time.
That was back in the days when Amon Green.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Frost, I think, may have been quarterbacking at that time. Eric Crouch, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, Crouch. Actually, Crouch was there. Lawrence Phillips was the starter.
Big-time running back.
Actually, my host.
Oh wow! I watched a documentary on Lawrence Phillips on Showtime. So that
whole lot of talent, man.
That must have been an interesting visit for you.
It was good times. But again, congratulations, Jalen Cropper, young man picking up another scholarship offer. That's excellent. It's great for the program.
Looked like we just got a penalty. Not sure what that one was, but looked like it cost us several yards.
All right, Paris. Just had a chat come through from Eric Lineker. Said, "Hey, Paris," and the waving hand emoji. So.
All right. Hello.
All right, Robles back to pass. And he's going to be brought down on a sack at the 20-yard line by Reese Bacon. Continues to make big plays. It's actually Sanders in at quarterback.
That's a great play by our defensive front.
Interesting play right there. So they switched the quarterbacks out.
Right.
They brought in number 8 Sanders, who's a senior. And then Robles now is back in the game. Maybe that's their version of the Wildcat or something, even though he dropped back to pass.
Here we go. We got the trips formation again. Jordan, man across the board.
CJ
Great
Jones
play,
back.
CJ Jones.
And
Good recovery.
Great play by CJ Jones.
Yeah,
For a minute, it looked like he
I'll
was
tell you
beat.
what, there was a window. There was a window
It was,
there.
it was.
Yeah, for a minute, it looked like he was beat, but that was a great recovery.
There you go. You see how athletic the young corner is.
And long.
That's right.
His length helped. His length with that long.
That is correct. He did not get that from his pops.
All right, 3rd down and goal from the 18-yard line.
They are definitely trying our DBs.
Yeah, well, we knew they were going to come out and throw the ball 40 times a game.
There we go. We see a stack formation here from the Cougars.
Brought down again on the play, this time by number 54?
Zach Stute.
Zachary Stute with a big-time sack right there, and that's going to come close to knocking them out of field goal range right now. What is this? It's be a 42-yard field goal. So they're forced to go for it here.
Oh yeah, it's not many high school kickers that can hit from 42. Yeah,
we're spoiled.
I think we have the only one probably.
I think so.
Yeah, we're rolling Race Malum out there and telling him he'll boot that through.
We already scratching nose in the.
Here we go again, Jordan, with that trips formation. You got to think corner out here. Someone's going in, someone's going out.
All corners bailing.
What a hitch.
I think that's a field position play right there, to be honest with you. You saw we were in cover 4. Everybody bailed. We were protecting the goal line. So quarterback, I don't know if he's just padding his completion percentage right there or what's going on, but he definitely wasn't trying to test
this. Chess match between the coaching staffs right now. Instead of taking a shot, possible turnover, you play the safe route and throw the hit.
Safe route, right.
Okay, so battle of field position. Buchanan's definitely been losing it. We got 4:25 left in the first quarter. The score is still Buchanan Bears 0, Clovis Cougars 0. We're going to take over on our own 17-yard line here. Stevenson joined in the backfield by Milton. Shotgun snap, handoff. Looks like Stevenson's going to keep it. Falls forward to about the 22-yard line, so a pickup of about 5 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 5.
And there you see, Jordan, we jump into our 13 formation. We're running zone read right there. And that's a great read. That in crashes, young Stevenson's told to keep the football and turn the corner.
So that big end on the Clovis High, you have Keno Williams, highly recruited sophomore.
Stevenson keeps it again. Breaks the first tackle, falls forward. Looks like he's going to have a first down on the play. So
the great thing about it, we talked about it earlier, how every defense is going to key on Milton. So to that point, the reason that DJ is able to do that is because that's where they are keying at.
There we go. And Keanu, again, a great defensive end, Clovis Cougar. He's a young guy, another 4-star guy, highly recruited in Valley. He's coming. He's see ball, hit ball. That's his goal.
Stevenson keeps it, turns it upfield, falls forward, picks up about 12 yards on the play. So, interesting here.
That's a simple read. All he's doing is just reading what the defense is giving. That's a smart play.
Yes, because it was wide open.
Yeah. Handoff goes to Kendall Milton. Breaks a tackle.
It could go.
Oh boy. Picks up 12 on the play. Very close.
There we go. We
got a flag.
Numerous flags on the play here. I don't know if there's any flags left in the referee's pockets. Like 17 flew at the same time. We're walking back. That's not a good sign. Holding.
Wow.
Hopefully this is a spot foul.
Okay.
Yeah, spot foul,
there we
so
go.
It's not necessarily a backbreaker for 10 yards. It's a 1-yard penalty is essentially what it equates to. We're back to 1st and 11.
One thing I like is Milton keeps those big old legs moving.
Yeah, he's a load to bring down, that's for sure. Stevenson back to pass, eyes up the field.
Come back to the ball.
Doesn't like what he sees. Scrambles forward for about, say, 2 yards on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 9. Not a lot open down the field at this point.
You know, our quarterback, his toughness goes unquestioned. I think he's a young guy. It's great to have a weapon like young Stevenson in the backfield that has the ability to throw and run. In the future, I would love to see that young man tuck and slide. I don't want to see him taking those unnecessary hits for the next 2 years.
It reminds me of Steve Young.
Handoff goes to Kendall. Kendall looking to bounce it outside. He's going to win that foot race right there. He's around the corner, turning up the field. Uh-oh. This is trouble for the Cougars. Looks like he got knocked out of bounds there all the way back at the 35-yard line. But he picked up, I want to say, about 19 yards on that play. So again, just with Stevenson making himself a threat, with us calling a couple of pass plays, it's amazing how things are already starting to open up for Kendall.
There you go. And you see Kendall's speed. You see his athleticism. Young man has the ability to turn the corner, ball on the outside arm, great blocking up front, great perimeter blocking. Excuse me. We got to get this young man rolling.
Let the record show I'm still beating him in a foot race today.
I got 50 bucks that says otherwise. Stevenson keeps the ball. Looks like that's, is that Brock Jones or Jalen Cropper on that slant?
The thing about that bet, we'll never know. I'm not pulling a hamstring.
Oh boy.
Receiver down.
Who is that?
Okay, is that number?
Is that 6 or 8?
I think that's Jones.
That's not cool.
Down on the turf.
No, Jones. I see number 7.
Okay.
And I see number 5, Cropper. Maybe number 9, Nick Hyera.
Yeah, it's a single digit. That may be Nick.
Made a nice catch on it. Slant.
It's a nice pitch and catch. We're trying to attack that 4-3 defense and come underneath those linebackers. But again, you never want to see a young man go down.
Right.
All right, so on this injury timeout, I just want to bring you guys up to speed on the score of the game. So we've got 1 minute and 54 seconds left in the first quarter. Buchanan Bears 0, Clovis Cougars 0. There's been some offense. Now, what's happened with the Buchanan Bears is we've had a bend but don't break type of situation. Clovis Cougars have engineered 2 drives down into our red zone and have come away with 0 points thus far, which is, again, disheartening if you're a Cougars fan. Bears offense has been putting up, on average, about 35 points a game. So if you're getting into the red zone and not coming away with points, it's always tough. So Hyera limps off the field. Looks like it's either an ankle or a knee issue.
Either way it goes.
Seems to be in quite a bit of pain there as well. You hate to see that. He's made some key catches this year as well. Good depth at the receiver position. Wish the best for that young man. Here we go. Play's going to resume again. 2nd and 3 from the 28-yard line. Castillo in motion. Stevenson hands the ball off to Milton. Milton spins off, breaks to the outside. It's still not down. Is that ball live? Oh man! I tell you what, I think we never had a knee down right there.
I don't think so either.
We'll take the first down right there, though. Let's pick up about 5 yards on the play for Kendall. Still continuing to go tempo here, Paris.
There you go. I mean, I'd like us to move a little bit quicker. You know, we can really wear their defensive front out, but again, you see how dynamic Milton is with the football. We got an uncovered slot here.
Stevenson back to pass. He's flushed out, slings it down the field. Nice throw out of Brock Jones down on the 5-yard line. Going to bring up 1st and goal from the 5.
Very smart. Flushed out of the pocket, running with the football, looking to make a play downfield. You have a receiver coming back to the football. That's textbook, Jordan. Exactly what you want to see right there.
So it sounded like you put a comma in there. No, the reason I say that is as he was running out the pocket, he still had his eyes downfield.
That's a page out of the Trent Tompkins book. Handoff goes up the middle to Kendall Milton. He's dropped for
penetration right through the A-gap, Jordan. Just totally disrupting that zone play right there. Way too much penetration.
There's 2 schools of thought right there, Paris. One school of thought is, hey, you got Kendall Milton. Even if they're going to stack the box with 8, we still just need to hand the ball off because he'll break a tackle and make a play. And the other school of thought is, hey, listen, if we got 8 people that are in the box right there, there's got to be something else that's open, right?
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see a young man do more swing routes. Get him out. Get him out. Utilize his ability to catch the football and make a play in space.
Another handoff goes to Kendall. Picks his way up the middle. He's going to be in for a touchdown. Kendall Milton scores the first touchdown of the game from 7 yards out. Going to bring the score to the Buchanan Bears 6, Clovis Cougars 0. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. That was a nice, promising drive right there by the Buchanan Bears.
No, it was. It was. A long drive by the Bears. Again, capping it off with a Kendall Milton touchdown. Here we go, that swinging gate.
Swinging gate situation right here. Let's see DJ getting the call. Okay, so he's giving the signal. They're playing it correctly. Let's go ahead and line Malum up here. Snap is out, kick is through, and the score is now Buchanan Bears 7, Clovis Cougars 0. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. Things are starting to roll for the Buchanan offense.
And there we go. We talked about rhythm. We talked about those keys to success. We talked about the Buchanan Bears becoming a more balanced football team. And there you see it, a combination, Jordan, of runs and passing ultimately leads to success. I tell you what, if I was the opposing coach, having to practice against that swinging gate would just really, really frustrate me each week. But it's a great call by our special teams coach, and it's a read by young Stevenson. You know, if it's there, he's going to run it. If he's not, we're going to swing down and we're going to kick the PAT. So
I think we've actually attempted a 2-point conversion on that 4 times this year, and I think we're 2 for 4 on it.
I'll take that, 50%.
And, yeah, I mean it equals 7 points, right? It's an average of 7 points. And DJ swears that the one where he was tackled at the 1-yard line, he swears that if there was instant replay, he got in on that one. So we'll call it 2.5 for 4. All right, Malum back to kick. We're looking for a boot here into the end zone. And that one's going to go into the end zone. Clovis Cougars are going to take over possession with 16 seconds left in the first quarter, down 7-0 from their own 20-yard line.
So, Paris, I want to bring up something from you guys' game yesterday. Paris is a coach for our freshman team.
That's right.
And they got to play the Clovis High yesterday.
We got throttled.
Okay, opening kickoff, Paris.
That's right.
That ball was kicked in the end zone.
It was.
And he brought it out the end zone.
It was.
Different rules for the freshmen, or should that ball have been called dead?
That ball should have been called dead.
I thought so.
And what should have happened was the left side of my kickoff team should have kept running. So
Okay.
Did he return that to the house?
To the house.
Yeah, to the house.
Open the play.
Wow. All right, so we got a jet sweep here to number 4. Clovis.
But even if we take those points off the board, they still got bit by 30.
Oh yeah. That's a pretty good class over there. The freshman class for the Clovis Cougars. The future is definitely bright, and we definitely took one to the chin yesterday.
So that is the last play of the first quarter. 4 yards on the jet sweep by Dove. Score going into the second quarter. Buchanan 7, Clovis 0. Overall thoughts on the first quarter, fellas?
Again, if I'm the Clovis Cougar head coach, I'm happy where I am. It's 7-0. Okay, yes, they had one long, sustaining drive, but if I'm the Clovis Cougar head coach, I'm telling my team, just settle down. We're right in it. We're right where we need to be. We're keeping pace. If I'm Buchanan, I'm not satisfied with that 7-0. Okay, we need to get this going. Our tempo needs to pick up, and again, we need to physically dominate the line of scrimmage and wear this Clovis Cougar team out.
So one thing we also need to mention, and I just noticed this right now, I had no idea. Looks like Levi Williams is actually not suited up today. He's in street clothes. Just heard from Chris right now that he's actually in the concussion protocol. So sustained a concussion. So it'll be interesting to see, Tanner Blunt was very effective early on in the year as that third running back, and was actually, I think, leading the team in rushing through 2 games. Haven't seen him much out of the backfield the last 3 or 4 games. So it'll be interesting to see if they go with Tanner Blunt as the backup running back. I think definitely Kendall Milton's workload's probably going to increase a little bit. Last week we saw Dalu Danu pick up some carries out of the backfield. So be very curious to see how that pans out later on in the game.
I'll tell you what, I have an idea. How about we give Milton about 12 to 18 touches to see what the young man can do. All right, he needs to become the workhorse. We're short at the running back. I mean, he in my opinion, is one of those kids that can be an every down back.
They call those bell cows in the NFL, right? He could be a bell cow. I don't know if Chris wants him to be a bell cow, though, Chris.
Hey, man, I want him to get his money. All I want him to do is stay healthy. That's it. Whatever that looks like.
Amen to that.
Crossing route, gang tackle, picks up about 1 yard on the play.
The great thing is we all attack to the ball on that, but we have to make the tackle on first touch.
Agreed. But you do like to see the swarming to the ball, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we talk about 11 hats to the football. The Clovis Cougars throw that shallow cross coming right underneath our defense in that trips formation.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Quarterback Robles in the shotgun. 22 setup here.
Man across the board.
He's keeping it. Oh, he was pressured. There's a lot of open field in front of him right now. He throws the ball up the field. And Mark Green picks up the interception. Well played by Green right there.
Great job, Mark.
You know, I think the quarterback Robles right there had about 20 yards of green grass in front of him.
Right.
He elected to throw the ball up, throw a jump ball up.
He did. We talk about making a smart play, and the high percentage thing was for that young man to tuck the football and continue to run with so much green right in front of them. The Buchanan Bears are beneficiaries of an underthrown football, but great play by Mark Green.
Actually, I think that was CJ.
No, that was definitely Mark Green, number 21, that picked
are
up
you
the
sure?
interception. Yeah.
And you see the emotion by the Buchanan Bears sideline. I was always taught that execution fuels emotion.
Yeah, Mark Green down on the sideline celebrating right now. That's his 2nd pick of the season. Stevenson in the shotgun. Milton back to throw. A little bit off target to Cropper right there, trying to hit him on a. So that's ruled an incomplete pass. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Run out of hitch right there. Just trying to take advantage with Cropper being a number 3 receiver. Throwing that quick hitch right there. We're just trying to take what the defense is giving us.
Yeah, you know, I'm not mad if you're getting the ball to Cropper and Jones and saying, hey, listen, here's a 2-yard pass.
That's right.
Go turn this into a 60-yard play. Stevenson in the shotgun again, hands the ball off to Milton. Milton picks his way forward, puts his head down, stopped just shy of midfield, picks up about, I'm going to give Kendall 6 on that one. Oh, it's right at midfield, so that's an even 6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 4. Entire playbook at our disposal right here. We can pass. We're a threat to pass. We're a threat to run. Paris, is this 4-down territory for the Bears, or is
not
this?
Quite.
No.
Not quite. I mean, we are, yes, on the 50, but not quite. We need to pick this first down, though.
All right, handoff goes up the middle to Kendall. Kendall bounces it outside. He's got a little bit of daylight. Uses that speed. Down to going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. Kendall picks up 16 yards on that run. And again, if we tallied his yards after contact this year, it would be Marshawn Lynch like.
The majority of his touches, we call them yak yards after contact, like you said, George. He's a young man that can break a tackle and go at any point. But again, we talk about his skill set. You see him lowering his shoulder right there, ball on the outside arm. We talk about a guy that has great balance and patience there displayed on the last play.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Stevenson back to pass, eyes up the field. He's in the middle of the field. Oh boy, dangerous. Looks like we're going to get a flag here for pass interference. Dangerous throw into double coverage right there. Got a chat in from Booba a few minutes back asking what you missed. Not much. 10 minutes, 17 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Buchanan's up 7-0. This is our 3rd drive of the game. Okay, so we're walking back this way. Are we picking up the flag on this or what?
We're marching backwards here.
They're picking up the flag.
They waved the flag out.
Didn't look like pass interference to me neither. I'll be honest. I thought that was a gift if we were going to get a pass interference call on that.
I would have turned it down though.
Absolutely not. You never look a gift horse in the mouth. 2nd down and 10 from the 34-yard line. So throws a quick hitch out to Senior Ortiz. Ball goes through his hands.
trying to throw that again. It's a quick hitch. It's called a scat route. It's a 1-2 step back. You want to get the ball out of your hands as quickly as possible. A very catchable ball. You could say it was a little high, but a very catchable ball. But Jordan, that play is all predicated by the blocking of the number 1 receiver.
The blocking, right? Absolutely, yes.
If he misses that block, that number 2 receiver is essentially toast.
And it looked like that was close to happening.
Yeah, no, there was definitely a free runner coming towards Ortiz on that, which may have caused the alligator arms a bit. So Castillo wide open, ball goes in and out of his hands. That's a tough one right there. Gonna bring up 4th down. Let's see what's happening here. I see partial special teams coming out. We're on the 34-yard line, gents. I'd like to see us either go for this here or run.
I think we're gonna go for it.
I think we needed to come up with that catch. That's what I think.
That's
easy pitch and catch.
Yeah.
Easy pitch and catch. That's a play that has to be made, Jordan, Chris.
Yeah, we got 2 consecutive drop balls in a row right there. And again, you're in a receiver position, ball hits your hands, you got to bring it in. Castillo's been very sure-handed this year for us, though, so I'm sure he's got to make a play very soon.
That's right. Castillo lining up at the tight end position is rare in our offense.
All right, so we're getting a timeout on the field. Buchanan Bears calling timeout. What are they? Are they pondering whether or not to roll Malum out there for a 51-yard field goal?
So let me ask you a question. He has this leg.
He does.
He has this leg.
That's right.
Do you try it?
I mean, you have a weapon in the young man. If he can make 50, then he can make 50. I would love to see we get our young quarterback back out in space. I like to come back to that tripped formation and have him roll out, again, with Kendall as our lead blocker. Now it's called an RPO. Okay, we're all familiar with the run-pass option. Get our young quarterback in space with our running back lead block and have one of our receivers come back. We need to capitalize on the skill set and put these young players in position to be successful. So
right now it's a 7-point game with 10:06 left in the second quarter, and I don't think either team has planted their flag yet.
I believe that.
No one has made a statement.
So our offense is going back onto the field here. So I think it was more a question of there was no doubt that we're going to go for it on 4th down right here. I think it was just offensively we wanted to make sure we had the right play call lined up. Everybody knows their assignments, knows what they're supposed to do right here. So look at that out there. We got tripped receivers, and Jalen Cropper is essentially completely uncovered.
And what are we waiting for? You are right.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing
You are right.
Got to get him out in space, man.
So Stevenson gets us out, and it's through his hands. So that is the 3rd drop in 3 pass attempts right there. And you know what, guys? The thing is that central receivers are not dropping those passes.
They're not dropping those passes.
They're making those catches and they're making those plays, which is why they're putting up 50 points week after week. So again, I think it's a case of wanting to run with the ball before it's actually in your hands.
I tell you what, and you know, I don't want to talk too much about that Central team. I like to focus on what we do and who we are, but even if he catches that football, he has to make a dynamic play in order for us to get that first down. Mm-hmm. Again, we talk about play calling that puts us in a position to be successful. I don't like the play call.
Appreciate the candidness. All right, so swing pass. Picks up 6 yards on the play.
I think it's a whole lot to what Parrish just said. And I'm going to stop there.
It's the only way I know how to be, gentlemen.
Hey. I give
it to you real. I don't give it to you at all.
I used to be like that, but I became public enemy.
All right, 2nd down and 4. Free runner coming. Bankston flushes Robles. Oh, boy. Did we got a flag flying there?
Yeah, that's a late flag.
It came in late. Came in late from the other side of the field.
That's either a horse collar, Jordan,
but
or a face mask.
That was interesting is that happened right in front of the white cap.
Right, and he didn't throw the flag.
And he didn't throw the flag.
Yeah, so they're talking about it right now.
That's when That's when the white cap need to say, nah, bruh. I was right there.
They're debating that right now.
Yeah, he's supposed to say, nah, bruh.
No, they're not picking it up. He's going to call this face mask.
Face mask.
So So let's see if it's of the 5-yard or the 15-yard variety.
5-yard.
So they actually went back.
Just because, you know what? Because the white, I'm sure the white cap had to make that determination.
Got it. It looked like a face mask from up here, 70 yards away or 100 yards away, so tough to argue with that one. Robles gets the ball.
That's a great grab.
That's a nice throw and catch right there.
That is a great grab. But again, what we didn't see like we've seen on the previous plays, Jordan, is the Buchanan Bears apply pressure. He had way too much time to throw that football.
Yep.
Simple comeback route, a great pitch and catch, great play by the Clovis Cougars.
Yeah, quarterback Isaiah Robles out to senior wide receiver and corner Christian Loera. So first down, they're on our side of the field again.
We got to make tackles. First touch.
Takes a for sure sack and falls forward for about 4 yards on the game.
He's actually impressive.
Yeah, you know, his feet, you got to love his feet. He avoided, you know, 1 or 2 Buchanan Bear tacklers right there.
Do we know what grade he's in?
He's a junior. So he'll be back. We'll have to deal with him again next year. And I tell you what, this Clovis Cougar offense, they have no illusions about trying to establish a running game on us. They're going old school BYU style, and they're dropping back and they're ready to throw.
Wow, we got another guy running wide open. And
fumble snap. So Robles makes a heady play right there. Picks up about another 3-4 yards on it. Going to bring up 3rd and 2.
On that play, Jack Bankston, I would have loved to see him. He waited. He waited. We could have picked him up at least 2.5 yards further back, but we're waiting until they get to us to make contact. We have to step up our aggressiveness.
Glad to see Bankston play downhill on that, huh?
Has to.
Man across the board, 1 safety up top.
Oh boy, what a ball right there.
Well, the Buchanan Bears actually came up with the ball. Looking like it's incomplete.
Okay, so what's the call right there?
That's an incomplete pass.
Well, we're headed downfield.
No, they're saying he was down. They're giving him credit for the catch right there.
Oh, Jordan, somebody has to take out the red flag. We need a replay on that.
Wow. What a beautiful ball right there by Robles.
That's a great ball.
That's a great throw.
Again, Jordan, another pass completed in that trips formation.
Yep. Yet again. Our defense is looking a little vulnerable today, guys. All right, Robles pressure. Brought down on a sack. Chase Bibler picks up the sack. It's assisted by Titus Lowe, Jack Bankston right there.
And that's Robles, Jordan, just holding on to the ball.
Yeah.
He's held on to the ball way a little too. That clock has to go off in his head. I got to get rid of the ball. But great pressure by the Buchanan Bear defense.
I tell you what, though, he actually pulled that thing down and was looking for an escape to step up in the pocket up to the middle to create something. And the pressure was coming from every single angle.
That's right.
So, I mean, shout out to our defensive line on that one.
Second and goal, ball on the 18.
So this has been the story of our night. Let them get down into the red zone, and then we tighten things up, pick up a big-time sack. So throws the ball into the ground right there. That's Robles just getting rid of the ball. Got to bring him up 3rd and goal from the 18, and I'm having deja vu, fellas.
It looks like it.
Definitely. It almost looked like another throwback screen to the tight end as the back swung, that fly sweep look, and he actually looked backside. So that's great discipline by the boys up front.
I'm going to pull out the crystal ball. I think we might see a fade route.
Fade route. I tell you what, if you complete that, I'm going to get a lottery ticket tonight, Chris.
So to complete that fade route, that means you're either picking on Jalen Cropper or C.J. Jones.
Bottom of the field, they're going at Jalen.
And he is manned up. I'm watching that matchup. Outside release by the receiver, wide open up the field. Oh, boy.
Incomplete.
Great play.
Great ball play by Tanner Blunt.
That's a
great ball play by Tanner Blunt.
I had already chalked that up as a completion and a possible touchdown.
That's right.
Wow, that was a heads-up play right there.
But that's one thing. If you go back to spring ball, that's one thing that Coach Giordano, I saw them do that a lot. that ball play after a
the ball.
catch. I've seen it a lot.
Yep.
And you know, I love to see Tanner Blunt. He's a kid that's a ball hawk, that's always around a ball. I would love to see him return to that, maybe that last year's form where we seen a young man that was aggressive, flying around, and just hitting basically everyone on the field. That's a great play by that young man.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I see on Tanner's scouting report, he has the speed. He definitely has the physicality. What I would like to see Tanner really prove that he can read, that he can actually read that defender, that he can play, like he can play in space. Because a lot of times he finds himself out of position and has given up some big balls. So that's one thing that I think, you know, in his quest to get a scholarship, that's one thing that he's going to have to show, especially with his size.
Yeah, I think the young man, I actually gave a good friend of mine, Nick Rolovich, at the University of Hawaii, I gave him a call, and I was talking about Tanner Blunt. I think this young man has the ability to play at the next level. Again, what I want to see from that young man is a kid that flies around and is always around the football and plays with an attitude. That's what I want to see from our strong safety, Tanner Blunt.
So you want to see him play like Troy Polamalu minus the ponytail?
I want to see him hit everybody on the field.
Yeah.
Hey, he can grow the ponytail if you want to.
And you know, and what's happening is you're seeing linebackers get smaller and smaller.
That's right.
I wouldn't be opposed to at the next level seeing Tanner potentially.
Way too much time, Jordan.
Okay, a lot of time. This is 4th down though, so we just got to keep him out of the end zone here.
There we go.
All right, we're going to take over possession. So decent scramble by Robles. Again, he's going to give us very crappy field positions to start with. We're going to take over on our own 6-yard line. But going back to Tanner, you know, you got guys in the NFL like Dayon Buchanan, who was drafted as a safety, ended up converting to an outside linebacker. He's about 210 pounds. Tanner right now is 200 pounds, right? So I think he plays strong safety, box safety, or an outside linebacker is what I project him out to be. Thoughts, Paris, Chris?
You know what? When he gets into a college weight room, he's going to gain weight. Young man is still young. We're hoping he grows a little bit more, but he's going to be a 210, 250 pound, maybe 220 strong safety.
Handoff goes to Kendall Milton, breaks a tackle. He's got some daylight there, breaks another tackle. He picks up about 8 yards on that run.
So you guys talk about NFL. I want to swing the other direction real quick. What the hell is going on with New York right now, the Giants? Boy, hey, your boy OBJ was in rare form the other night. What's going on over there?
I truly think I'm a Jersey City, New Jersey native. I was born on the East Coast, and I've always been a Giant fan from afar, but I think it's time for Eli to spend some more time with his family. I truly think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Off tackle,
Kendall Milton. Kendall off tackle. Kendall's having a really good game. He goes up to about the 24-yard line.
So what I'll say with Kendall, this is the first game all season that he's been healthy. He's coming off of that high ankle sprain that has been plaguing him since week 1. And the therapy and everything that he's gone through, and he said that he feels like his old self.
And that's what we want.
That's exciting to hear, right? At the right time of the year, right?
The Buchanan Bears have their bell cow getting healthy toward the latter part of the season. I mean, that's what you want. Yeah. You want to start peaking. So that's good for that young man.
My handoff goes to Brock Jones. Breaks the tackle. Running hard, picks up about 8 yards on first down. I love the 2nd and 2 down and distance, man. The entire playbook is open.
And there you go. We're mixing up with fly sweep. We're coming at some zone. We're trying to hit the quick hitches. So again, we talked about it pre-show, Jordan. We wanted to see a more balanced attack, and I think that's what we're seeing tonight. But right now, we're running the ball right now very effectively.
Yeah, if you're picking up 8 yards a pop, like there's no need to do anything else. Especially last drive stalled, you know, some drop balls. Kendall continuing to make moves.
And see, right there, what I would love to see from a young man, to trust his speed. To keep coming toward the sideline. You're a very, very patient runner. You dip in and out. Trust your speed. Utilize all the tools in your bag. Ball on the outside arm. You got that inside arm, the stiff arm, and push defenders away. Trust your speed, young man. Keep coming to the sideline.
All right, 4 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock.
Like we brought in another back. Or is that?
Yeah, Tanner Blunt into the game now. Checks in for Kendall. Stevenson back to throw. Well, that ball was tipped by a linebacker. Yeah, that's a nice job by a linebacker, getting his depth, getting their hand, getting his eyes up. That's dangerous for a quarterback right there because
you can't see him, Jordan.
Yeah,
you can't see him. He dropped right into the flight path of the ball.
Blunt breaks it outside. Brought down after a pickup of about, we'll say 8. Going to bring up 3rd and 2 here. So, nice run by Blunt. Checks out. Brandon Hernandez checks into the game for Jalen Cropper. I got to...
Mickey Munch, we appreciate that vote for our Bears.
I got a sneaking suspicion Kendall Milton's going to see the ball right here. And he does. And he picks up the 2 yards that's needed and extends the drive. Clock continues to tick here. The score is Buchanan 7, Clovis 0. Buchanan driving. Run-heavy attack on this drive here to close out the first half. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. The clock stops temporarily while they move the chains, and it's gonna start winding again. I think what we're seeing right here is we're seeing us deliberately taking the air out of the ball, looking to try to put together a scoring drive. Also, with us set to take possession after halftime as well.
That's right. That's right. Utilizing that clock.
Down to 2 minutes 58 seconds here. Stevenson back to pass. He's looking up top. Got Jones matched up 1-to-1, and that's a great play by Brock Jones right there.
It is.
Makes a great play on the ball.
Jordan climbing the ladder. We talk about high pointing the ball when it's in the air. You see Brock Jones, young man who's headed to Stanford on a baseball scholarship. I do believe he will walk on and play football.
Actually, he's a dual scholarship.
Oh, dual scholarship.
Yep.
I stand corrected, man. Stand corrected.
Get that man his money.
Great play, young man, climbing the ladder, and great trust by DJ Stevenson to get that ball out to one of his best players.
Right now, we have 7-0.
2 minutes 34 seconds left in the first half. Milton falls forward to about the, looks like they're going to mark him down right at the 15-yard line, so that's a pickup of 7. And I tell you what, Kendall's gotten more work this game in the first half than any other game. So, you know, obviously you hate to see Levi Williams out, but it's kind of forced them to go more, to lean more on Kendall, and I think Kendall's starting to get a rhythm here.
And that's one of the things, you said it, that's one of the things that I think that, I'm just going to speak him specifically, hasn't been able to get is a rhythm up until this point. Like we're going Cropper under center.
Got Vinny uncovered in the slot.
Cropper keeps it in. So that Wildcat is very dangerous when we bring it out at the appropriate time. That was definitely the appropriate time to bring it out. Jalen Cropper makes the correct read, scores from about, I think it was 18 yards out. Scores now.
Sorry, excuse me, Jordan, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, minute 43 seconds left on the clock. That's going to bring the score to Buchanan Bears 13, Clovis Cougars 0. No swinging gate look here. Paris, floor is yours.
There you go. You see how explosive Jalen Cropper is as we wait to see if that PAT is good. And it is. The point after try is good. But you see how explosive he is, the change of pace in that Wildcat, again running that zone read system, pulling the ball. You see how dynamic he is. He's the kind of young man that'll make you miss in a phone booth, but you see his skill set, and that's why he will be a Division I athlete, Jordan.
Absolutely. What position do you guys think he's being recruited for right now?
Wide receiver.
It's got to be wide receiver and kick return. I think he's just as special in the kicking game, or could be at the next level. Is he a slot? I think he'll be a slot receiver at the next level.
So height-wise, he's shade over 6 feet, right? Goes about 165 pounds right now.
Okay. They're going to put some size on it.
Oh yeah, definitely put some weight on it.
What do you think? Playing weight, college level, about 180 pounds, 185?
Yeah, maybe so. If he doesn't lose the speed, I mean, that's what it is. As you're putting on weight, you want to make sure the game is now changing. It's not so much as I'm bigger than the next guy. It's a speed game now. It's a speed game. If he can put on weight and maintain that electric speed like we just saw, he's going to have great success up in this level.
Yeah, I mean, you look at somebody like Tyreek Hill, right? Antonio Brown.
Exactly.
There was once upon a time where if you were going to be a true number one receiver, you had to be 6'2", 6'3".
That's right.
Right.
You had to be able to go up and get it. Nowadays,
Randy Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
Right. Now you need a guy like that now. You always need a guy like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So decent return right there.
So speaking of receivers, will Dez Bryant play another snap in the NFL?
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming out about Dez having suffering from depression. He was always kind of thought to be a little bit of a, questionable malcontent head case, for lack of a better term. So with now reports coming out that he suffers from depression and his passion for the game being questioned, ooh, man, it's tough. I don't know. I think it's getting pretty late in the year.
Well, I see him on Instagram, man, and he's training as if he's training for something serious.
Screen.
Free runner.
That was a screen setup.
Wow. So, the cool thing about that was defensive end Chase Bibbler actually sniffed that screen out. He was the one who recognized it and stayed back. Robles had nothing to throw to, so now he stopped. Do we call a timeout right here? I don't know. We only have one timeout left. But when you start getting them that deep in their own territory, you start thinking about, hey, man, maybe we can get the ball back with 20, 30 seconds.
That's right. I think we saved that timeout. But back to the previous play, that's why there was so much penetration, because the screen was actually being set up by the Clovis Cougars.
Not mad at that play call right there. So they're going to hand the ball off now.
Now we might call timeout.
Yes, now's a good. There we go. You see the coach running down the sideline and call a timeout.
So way too much time being ticked off the clock there.
We're not getting the home cooking from our clock operators here. We call it for that timeout at about 47 seconds. It's 42 and a half.
Gage, which receiver, which Cowboy receiver fractured his leg at practice? Wow.
Is it Beasley?
I don't know. The homie Gage just said we.
Hopefully it's not Cole Beasley. I believe Dak Prescott has targeted Beasley the most this season.
Hey, I don't know the JV score from this game, but I do know that Buchanan did walk away with a W.
Yeah, it was 50
the JV score was 51-14, I believe.
Oh wow.
All right, Deontay Thompson. What's he like? Their number 3 receiver right now. I mean, they got Hearn.
Well, they say they're down 2 receivers.
Yeah, so Deontay Thompson's out. I don't know, man. I feel like the way Dez left, I don't know. So they got to hand the ball off right here. I mean, if they're smart, they're handing the ball off. Yeah, which is smart. So this running back's going to be brought down. We don't have any timeouts to call, so essentially I think that's the last snap of the half. What's the play clock? 35 seconds. So yeah, and they're
going to wind it.
Yeah, they're winding it. So again, talking about clock management early on in the half, right? We wasted some timeouts.
That's right.
We call a timeout on a 4th and 10 inside their territory to make sure we got the right play lined up, and we throw a hitch. Or we throw, what'd you call it, a scat route?
Yeah, we
throw a scat route, which was obviously not the correct play call, right? So if we had that additional timeout, we might be getting the ball back right now with 25, 30 seconds left. So obviously that's armchair quarterbacking, Monday morning quarterback, right? But timeouts are key.
All right, that's a great first half, you guys, man. We might have to negotiate Paris's contract and keep him in a booth here with us, man. Hey, we stepped up our professionalism a little bit, Jordan.
I tell you what, I mean, I'm about to like rename Paris like Encyclopedia Britannica because my man came up here and just blessed us right now, Jarvis Landry style, like bless him. Like we just got blessed with a lot of football knowledge.
I was in awe.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing.
It's what I do, man. But
hey, it was like, damn, Paris, you know this only for fun, right? You know this only for fun.
Hey, I told you, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. There's only one way I know how to do it. In any negotiation of that contract, all roads lead to that lady sitting down there, right there in the red seats. But no, I enjoy doing this, guys. It's a great thing that you guys are doing up here. So again, I applaud you. The community loves it. My daughter was actually able to watch the De La Salle game. She's at Cal Baptist playing soccer. So,
oh, for real? She watched it?
Yeah, she did watch the broadcast. So I appreciate what you guys are doing. You're giving families that are all over the country, man, an opportunity to tune in and watch these young men play. So thank you. I applaud that.
Appreciate it. How you doing with your big girl away from home, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, brother. That's when you get a little bit of that schooling paid for, it's always great.
Hey, right.
She's at a private Christian university right now, getting great education and having an opportunity to play Division I soccer. So we couldn't be more thrilled in the Gaines household.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, congratulations.
God is good.
Well, right now we're in a halftime. It's about 19:44 on the clock. We're going to call our own timeout in the booth, and we're going to talk to you guys when it's about 5 minutes left in the half. Talk to you soon.
They call themselves real-life superheroes.
He's trying to throw the ball. You can see that.
Yeah, no, the effort's there. Just got a couple misplays.
Yeah. You know, I love to see that.
Yes.
Right? That's an easy push to get. That's a so we're trying to get our quarterback in a rhythm with the short, stuff, and then try to stretch our field. And one play down here, we got it down there. That should come in at 10-yard line right here. It's the guy coming in the coverage.
Yeah.
The play call is still getting it's still the same.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Power here.
It's a real
the art of life pretty
telling you, Central,
the rest of the valley now knows say, okay, we have a young guy and we're just going to manage the game. That's what it looks like. Instead of saying, okay, we have a guy that can play with his feet and we have a guy that has not been dealing with football. It's almost as if he says, he's saying that we have a young player. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I agree. Right on point. The other thing that I see is I've been called out a couple times in the slots, obviously, completely uncovered. Right? I don't see a recognition of the coverages that they're going against, and then like coverage leaders, they're all specifically for coverage. It's like let's make them take if they're running cover 3 and the floor is available, then run those down. So and it's not as bad this game, but like I was seeing Jalen Potter, complete disrespect for Tim Brian Roll and safety there. He's completely probably
yeah. Oh, yes.
There's no play call.
And I get, it's crazy when I saw the JV video for the first time where they came down man press like they've been doing all game. The JV quarterback tapped his helmet. To tell him the number 1 receiver, it's a go.
Go get it.
Go get it. Yeah. I mean, I like to see stuff like
I asked DJ about that. He said, so I don't know, maybe next year, man. You got
Right.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Him trusting his receivers, Jordan. Cooper, please, man. Cooper, sit down. Make it right there. Cooper trusting our young quarterback who did junior last year. And then our young quarterback trusting his receiver out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I knew it. You did. Don't repeat that though, but
No.
So yeah, Paris, this has to be a continual thing. You had a really good dynamic to this broadcast.
Well, I do some stuff for the NFHS Network, man. So if I'm not doing that for the NFHS Network, we're live on air, we're replaying everything. I do some of the Fresno County games, and so I'm major to broadcast now. So this is
Yeah. I can tell.
But I love the meal. So. Yes, sir. Hey, look at that. Who moved it away? Who moved? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Clovis High School Marching Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the group, the Buchanan and also Sierra bands, under the direction of John Lapp, Steve Turner, Joseph Avery, and Barb Jenner. Next up is a theme song from the mega movie blockbuster, The Incredibles.
right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in halftime. Beautiful performance by the Buchanan High School Marching Band and Color Guard. Shout out to all those amazing students. So 3 minutes, 7 seconds until we start the second half. Buchanan Bears up 14-0 over the Clovis High Cougars. Waiting on the point man of the broadcast, Mr. Chris Milton, to make his way back up here, but Paris Gaines is on the mic with me right now. So Paris, what do you want to see on this opening drive?
A touchdown would be nice. No, I want to see us control the football. Again, we talked about mixing in the run and the pass. They're going to stack the box here. Clovis High, great coaching staff over there. I'm sure they're getting great instruction. But again, I want to see the Bears march the ball all the way down and put one in, develop a long drive, getting our young quarterback in rhythm. That's what we've been talking about pre-show. So I love to see us come up and put one in, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, doesn't really matter how we get it done. I just want to see a touchdown on this opening drive.
That's right. And I tell you what, Jordan, we got a couple updates from around the valley. In the second quarter, Clovis West 6, Clovis East 7.
Wow.
Defensive struggle.
That's right.
Hey, Clovis West going for that first W, huh?
Right. Going for that first W. A Clovis West program that's definitely in the rebuilding phase. They do have some younger up-and-coming classes that are talented, but right now it's definitely for Coach P a rebuilding phase. And then Clovis North was throttled yesterday by Central 48-14. Again, Central flexing their muscles in the Central Valley, a team we hope to meet in the final here, but again, one game at a time. But again, Kendall Milton, 80 yards, averaging 80 yards on the ground tonight, is running really well. Robles is averaging 227 through the air, Jordan, and we're limiting his ability to be successful. I don't see 227 coming out of the Clovis High School quarterback tonight, and then our own DJ Stevenson averaging 105 in the air tonight. So again, I'd love to see us come out, Jordan, well-balanced attack, and put one in the end zone.
Agreed.
We're getting the ball
about the elephant in the room with regards to the Central program. So first of all, for those that don't know, the Central Unified School District has one high school that 3 different junior highs feed into. They've got an enrollment, last I heard, was somewhere around 4,800 students. So the talent is there to begin with, but this year they had a number of transfers. There was a migration, a mass migration from Edison High School over to Central High. So, I mean, absolutely they're the class of the Central Valley, but look, we got to be honest with ourselves here, and we got to acknowledge reality, which is, a lot of out-of-the-area talent transferred into Central High School and really bolstered that program this year. Now, granted, their quarterback is homegrown, Central High, Trent Tompkins, right? And as Trent goes, the Central High program goes. Their best receiver, Jeremiah Hunter, homegrown Central product, right? Some of their other players are homegrown, some of their other top players are homegrown. But the reality is that a lot of that secondary, a lot of those skill position players are transfers that came over from the Edison High program and other programs as well. What do you guys think about that?
And I'll go first if you don't mind, Chris.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to agree to disagree with Jordan. I'm all about what we're doing and not focusing what anybody else doing, because in my opinion, that's going on throughout the country. We're not the only high school that's benefited from a transfer or two, because we have one on our team. Our receiver transferred in from another high school. So it's going on all over the country. Are they benefiting from a larger population? Yes, it could be. But again, it's the if you build it, they will come mentality. I think kids have the opportunity, because of the new CIF rule, to transfer to whatever school they wish with or without penalty.
However,
so again, go ahead.
However, I think the difference between us and them is, so like you mentioned, Cropper coming over.
Right.
The difference between them, when the Edison kids went over to Central, they basically went over, it was a seamless transition, and they were ready to play.
Right, and that's because of a new coach.
But here's what the problem with Clovis Unified, when Jalen and his family moved here, They had to jump through hoops because the previous school fought it. Clovis Unified, even though CIF has their rules, Clovis Unified has another group of rules. So the transfer is a lot easier over in the Fresno area than it is for the Clovis area.
Now we're talking about a district issue there.
So this is where, especially in Clovis Unified, their whole philosophy is to have the talent spread out. This is why you see certain teams, you know, this team would be good during this time, this team would be during this time, because of the way they distribute talent. Just imagine, though, if kids were able to transfer within Clovis the way they did between Edison and Central, we for sure could put together a powerhouse school that could run the table.
Good call. Good call. So, again, I'm with you, Paris, right? Like, so at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? Like, why are we focusing on but it also makes for a compelling discussion up in the booth, right?
Oh, no doubt.
That's the elephant in the room, and I know there's a lot of talk about it throughout the community of Fresno, not just here in Clovis, but in the community of Fresno. So, and we're going to give it to you real on the Swag Dad Network. So, appreciate everybody's perspective on that. I think we all have valid points.
There's no doubt, Jordan. When I say we, we're talking about the Buchanan Bears. We want to be this elite program, right? We're striving to be this elite program. I'm not sure if we're there yet. We're a good program, but we're not elite yet, Jordan. Tonight, there's the #1 and #2 program in the state of California are playing tonight. St. John Bosco against Mater Dei, #1 and #2. We hope to get to that level. Now we're talking about a Mater Dei program here, Jordan, that has the ability to pull in and give scholarships. They are a private school, both just like St. John Bosco. Okay, they take advantage of those kids coming over there and giving them scholarships and transfers and kids coming over there. But again, I think it's the Field of Dreams mentality, Jordan. If you build it, they will come. We need to continue to build this program and have a new identity each year in order for us to be successful.
I think that's a great conversation, fellas. Like both teams just took the field, getting ready for our opening half kickoff. Buchanan Bears will receive the ball. 14-0 Buchanan Bears here at home, Veterans Memorial Stadium. Again, Chris Milton, Jordan Bryce, and our in-studio guest, Mr. Paris Gaines.
So back deep to receive, we have both of our highly thought-of weapons. Clovis High predictably refuses to kick to them. Tanner Blunt takes it on as the up back, finds a crease, tough run in through there, falls forward to about the 34-yard line. Buchanan is in business, 1st and 10. First drive of the second half. Buchanan Bears 14, Clovis Cougars 0. Paris and I talked a little bit about not caring how it gets done. We need to hang a touchdown up here in the second half. I think we definitely started to impose our will and control the trenches quite a bit in the second quarter.
We talked about that pre-show. We talked about establishing that line of scrimmage dominance and just running the ball.
Look like we're going back to that
coming out Wildcat immediately. So we're telling them, hey, listen,
we're scoring again.
You showed nothing for our Wildcat before. Prove that you can stop it. All right, so Cropper keeps it again. Brought down after a pickup about 4 on the play.
Hey, here's the thing, though, fellas. We keep going to the well. Eventually, it's going to get dry.
You see Cropper in that zone read keep right there, pulling the ball. You see how quick and dynamic he is. But again, it's a zone read. You know, he's reading the in-man line of scrimmage.
Throws a quick out to Brock Jones. So Brock is up, picks up about 4 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
We see a rare throw from Jalen Cropper in the Wildcat.
A good throw, too.
Well, you know he played quarterback at Sanger. He doubled as quarterback and wide receiver. So he can run the offense.
Handoff goes to Tanner Blunt. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down.
That's right.
By a hair. So we're going to extend the drive here. Let's see. Are we going measurement here? Or are they going to wave us forward? Let's see. Waiting on it looks like we're going to get a measurement here. Okay, never mind. 1st and 10. Staying in the Wildcat here. Cropper in the shotgun, joined back there with Tanner Blunt and Kendall Milton. Weapons everywhere. Handoff goes to Kendall. Kendall picks up 3 on 1st down, going to bring up 2nd and 7.
And now we see the young DJ Stevenson back into the game.
You know, guys, I think we need to do that, though, because you bring Cropper in, it's just a whole nother dynamic.
Right. The defense
and it's
has
something
to
the
account.
defense has to respect
That's
and
right.
account for, right?
There you go. That's correct.
So,
correct.
I mean, I think we've done a good job of going to that when necessary and periodically doing it 2 or 3 series a game. Blunt motioned out. They're going to roll Stevenson to the right. Stevenson looking to get the ball to, let's see, it's a catch by number 10, Brandon Hernandez. And I tell you what, week after week, and that's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like it's going to be a 1st down. Week after week, Brandon Hernandez makes good catches, and he's that receiver, that sure-handed receiver that you can count on, that you know is going to be in the right place at the right time. That's
right, and that's a special connection between quarterback and receiver. We talked about that trust again pre-show, Jordan, and there you see young DJ Stevenson trusting his receiver.
2 backs in the backfield. Handoff goes to Kendall. Kendall cuts it upfield. Picks up 3 yards on the play. Falls forward. A hallmark of a good running back.
I love that. I love that. And that's a sign. I'll say it every single time. I mean, inch by inch is a cinch. The young man, there was nothing there. You lower your shoulder, put your head forward to keep those legs turning.
Trina Proby, appreciate your commentary coming from the Central side. I wonder if that talented defensive back is your son or related to you, Silas. All right, Stevenson showing some arm talent right there. Hits it up the field. Brought in by Jalen Cropper. That's a nice catch, nice throw on the outside shoulder where only the receiver can go get it.
That's why he's highly recruited.
That right there, huh? The separation of the catch.
Just making a play. Just making a play for his young quarterback right there, saying, hey, I got you, young fella.
And guess who else just got a look on that play? The one who got the ball to him.
All right, we're back in the Wildcat right here. Again, you got to respect Blunt, you got to respect Milton, you got to respect Cropper right here. Very difficult to stop in the red zone. Handoff goes to Kendall Milton, and he's going to walk into the end zone pretty easily right there. Another touchdown for the Buchanan Bears. Going to bring the score, Buchanan Bears 20, Clovis Cougars 0. Waiting on, okay, 8 minutes, 29 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. That's exactly what the doctor ordered right there.
And Jordan, I don't want you and I to sound like a prophet, but we talked about the long drive. We talked about the Bears marching the ball down there. We talked about mixing it up, the pass and the run, and there we see it. The Bears coming out the gate, marching down, touchdown Buchanan Bears.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so again, Trina, thank you for your commentary. We appreciate it, and we definitely like the perspective from over your side, and I definitely agree, especially since my son came up in the Central High School District. So, Mickle Munch, your comment, DJ is in my math class, and he is such a cool dude. By the way, he's a sophomore and a very humble one. Thank you very much. Coming from his dad, it's nice to hear that good feedback about my son, that he's not acting a fool at school. So that's awesome. Thank you.
Yes, Trina, you're 100% right. It's exciting, and that's what, at the end of the day, no matter who they suit up for on Friday nights, on Saturday, they're all going to represent the 559.
That's right, that's right. Trina, so you never answered the question. Do you have a son that plays on the Central High on the Central High team? We'll wait for that chat to come through.
That's why she said humble. You gave him props.
Got it.
Come on, man, you got to read between the lines.
I called it correctly. He'll be playing on Saturdays in the very near future. Silas. Got it. Okay, Mom, I see you. All right, kickoff in the air. This one's going to be returnable.
Oh, we got nobody out there. That's a great tackle. That's a great tackle.
Nice tackle.
There's a flag. There's a late flag, Jordan.
Late flag. I think that tackle was made by Tamar Archie. So good to see Tamar Archie out there. A lot of flags flying.
Number 40, is that Jack Bankston?
Let's see. Okay, legal block in the back, so that's going to bring. It's a nice return right there. Good field position for the Cougars. It's going to be negated by that block in the back penalty. No doubt, Trina. Thanks for tuning into the Swag Dad Network. I see you Sutra folks scouting us out here, huh? You guys took care of business last night against Clovis North.
Hey, they know they got to see us again, and they know we're not going to be the same Bear team. They put Trina on video duty. We're just messing with you.
I think Clovis trying to get a little running game established here. Stop for no gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock ticking, 8 minutes, 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Buchanan Bears up 21-0 against the Clovis Cougars.
And you think, Jordan, with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Clovis Cougars will have a little bit more sense of urgency.
It's too late to establish the run.
It's not too late to establish a run. I mean, it's only 21-0 in the third quarter, but still, you think they'd have a little more sense of urgency, getting guys. It's taken a really long time to get this play going here.
I'm glad you said only 21-0 because that's actually not.
Look at Robles, sees a lane, and he's brought down. That's a combination tackle right there. Senior inside linebacker Stephen Scheidt, we call his name out a lot. Also Jack Bankston as well. Nice job minimizing the damage on that scramble by Robles. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Again, you watch how slow the play calling is coming in for the Clovis Cougars. There's no sense of urgency. There's no rush.
Hey, Paris, any way we can get an update on the score for the East and West game? Do you have
I'm actually looking at Twitter right now to see if I see anything.
Okay. We got you, Gage. We're working on it. All right, nobody open, nobody home. Robles going to be brought down on the sack. That's a combination between, again, senior Stephen Scheidt, and is that Bankston again? Boy,
I believe it is.
Jack Bankston's been all over the field today.
Making plays.
I'm going to give him a half sack on that. Scheidt was the first one. I think Scheidt probably could have brought him down solo for the whole sack, but Bankston came and cleaned up, so we're going to give him a half sack apiece. So Clovis Cougars back to punt from their own 18-yard line. Buchanan should get the ball in pretty good field position here. Our defense is definitely starting to step up and assert themselves as well.
And Jordan, I do have a score update.
Okay, good. I couldn't find anything.
I believe the beginning of the third quarter, Clovis West 20, Clovis East 7.
All right, Clovis West putting up some points. You know, I want them. I'm not rooting against Clovis East. I think that's a great story this year with them not getting a league win for like 9 years.
Right.
So I like seeing Clovis East be successful this year. But Clovis West, with them having no wins, and like 3 or 4 heartbreaking losses towards the end of the game, hopefully they can get in the win column and get a little bit of a positive momentum going. I'm really impressed with the senior quarterback Dante Chachere as well. I'm hoping he continues to have some offers roll in, and we're watching him in the near future on Saturdays. Mickle Much, you bet. As long as you keep complimenting our children and giving us kind words, we'll continue to broadcast these games and allow you guys to watch it from the comfort of your own couch. Nice punt right there.
Oh shoot, I'm sitting back here. I was on Twitter trying to see, some scores.
Trying to get us an update.
All
right, so they kicked it away from the dangerous Brock Jones. Took a slight Clovis Cougars bounce. Buchanan going to take over at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm actually impressed with the Bears' music selection tonight.
Stepping it up, absolutely.
Hey,
yeah, it was.
They used to play the White Chicks theme song, with the Wayans brothers. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Goodness.
This is a definite step up. Clovis West last week had it. They had it.
It was turned.
They had it popping. Yeah, for sure. So it's nice to see that we've reevaluated our selection. All right, 2-back set. Stevenson keeps the ball, scrambles. Needs to be brought down. Carrying that thing like a loaf of bread. Needs to protect the ball.
Hey, he think he Cam Newton running that ball like that.
Exactly.
See, I love to see the young fella just throw the ball out of bounds right there. I know he was trying to get out of the pocket. It may have been intentional grounding at that point, but the hits that he takes, he's a young kid. As he develops and as he grows and as he gets more comfortable, just, hey, that clock goes off in my head. I'm just going to throw the ball out of bounds. I don't need to take unnecessary hits.
Yeah.
With Jordan as his daddy, I'm sure he didn't took harder hits than that.
All right, handoff goes to Tanner Blunt, breaking tackles.
And that's just a great play by
brought
that Cougar defense right there, stretching that out, extending that play. The defensive end slow played that Jordan. It was a great defensive call by the Clovis Cougars.
So, my candid thoughts, once again, we get away from what makes us successful.
Hey, about throwing the ball out of bounds, one thing that I learned last year is that it's not like the NFL where if you get out of the pocket, you can throw it out of bounds. They call intentional grounding on that if there's not a receiver in the area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected. Thank you.
We actually saw that called last week on Chaucheray against us. All right, Stevenson back to throw. Nobody home in the neighborhood. You see, I'm just looking across those. We had 4 verticals right there. Cougars were in a very loose cover 4. They dropped everybody back. There was really nobody open down the field. That's a scenario where if you run 4 verts like that, you like to have something over the middle or some sort of check down that the quarterback can go to.
Well, to your back, Jordan, you got to have him. You know, we kept Kendall in max protection right there, but we had the ability to swing him out or get him into an angle route. I mean, utilize our guy. But yeah, we were in max protection right there.
I tell you what, that was a big stop for the Cougars defense. I mean, last drive before the first half was over, we went 94 yards for a touchdown. We come out, opening drive of the half, march down the field for another touchdown. We take over with great field position, and what happens? They come up with a big 3 and out. So,
and just think, and you know, folks who are listening and viewing around the country, the Clovis Cougars have been inside the 20 twice and come away with no points. So the score could easily be 14-21.
Hey, is it me or was that a wasted possession?
Yeah, it was a wasted possession.
I don't know what they're trying to do. Again, we get away from what makes us successful. I don't know. I don't understand. That's why I'm just a swag dad.
All right, so we got a jet sweep right here.
For the Clovis Cougars, Jordan, that's a well-developing play to jet sweep around the edge. And again, we talk about that blocking. If that perimeter blocking is not there, if we don't seal that outside linebacker, that play cannot go. So that was a really good play by the Clovis Cougars.
Yeah, they've ran that play effectively a couple times tonight. Blocked well. Handoff goes to a massive running back, pumping his legs. He picks up about 9 yards on that play. I didn't even look that young man up.
That kid is a load.
He looks to be about 230 pounds.
So here's the
Maybe
thing.
260.
If you saw Chase Bibler met him at the line, and he's just as big, probably pound for pound. But one thing that we got to learn, and know, he met him standing straight up, and this is why he got pushed back, and they picked up those extra yardage.
So that junior. Okay, so we got our.
Oh, wow.
Receiver goes up and high points it right there. We had, that's McKay Gleason out there, who was actually well positioned, but, you know, McKay giving up some height to that,
definitely,
to that receiver right there. Receiver goes up and high points it, makes an easy catch. So that running back, number 36, Johnson, he's a junior.
That's my butt. So, okay, so that his brother is the freshman quarterback.
So, so Nathan, the freshman quarterback.
Yep.
Dynamic
Dad
freshman
played
quarterback.
basketball at Oklahoma.
Got it. So big running back goes for about 2 yards right there. So looks like what we're seeing from Clovis, the Cougars, is like they're feeling like the quarterback's getting a lot of pressure on them. Passing game's not working quite as effectively as it was earlier in the night, so they're trying to switch it up a little bit and have a more balanced attack coming at us.
Well, definitely, they're mixing it up. They're doing some things that we didn't see in the first half. But again, now they go back to that trips formation right here, Jordan. You got to think corner. You got to think out and in right here.
All right, Robles back to pass. Closing in. Finds his receiver.
He was past the line of scrimmage, I bet.
All right, so a flag goes down on the play. So that came from the side judge. Let's see, he's running over to the white hat. And quarterback is pleading his case.
It looked like
to no avail.
He might have been
past the line of scrimmage when he attempted to pass.
It seemed like that's when it came in right on the pass.
Possibly a legal lineman, man downfield as well. All right, we're walking back, so let's see what the call is from the white hat. Illegal man downfield. Okay, yeah.
But you see Robles' his ability to extend play with his feet, and he's constantly looking for a receiver to throw the ball to.
I tell you what, this quarterback Robles has played very well between the 20s.
That's right.
Right? I mean, he's done very well between the 20s. When we get into the red zone, that's where the lanes have tightened up and things have struggled. Does DJ have any pets? No. DJ's been bugging me to get a boxer for like the last 4 years, but...
Oh, those are cool dogs.
But we had a family dog, a Boston Terrier, for a couple of years, and it ended up being my family pet, meaning that I was the one feeding it. I was the one cleaning up the doo-doo in the backyard, all that, and... yeah, anyways, we have one pet in the house now. It's a guinea pig.
You got a rat, man?
It's a guinea pig.
A rat.
It's a rodent. It is a rodent. All right, Robles looking up the field. He's going to be brought down by senior Reese Bacon.
Did get a little of that back on the scramble.
So Paris, what can we do right there? So we seem to be getting a good pass rush, right? But we're flushing Robles up, and it seems like he has a lot of room in the middle of the field to work with. Do we need to employ a spy there? Or?
We could because he's extending plays with his feet. We just got to contain the quarterback. We're keeping him in, but we need to send some pressure from the linebacker. And there you see it. He's still
wow.
up.
So that was looks like that was Titus Lowe who swung him down eventually. So that's actually gonna count as a sack. So that's gonna bring up 4th and 10. They're not bringing out the punting unit here, so they're looking to go for it. Look at Kendall Milton was playing some defense on that series there. Dad, you didn't notice that, but
no, I saw it. Yeah, I saw him in there.
Senior Michael Merton's back in. So looks like we're going to try to get some pressure from our 4 down linemen here, not blitzing anybody. Actually a 3-man rush there. Looking to go up the field. And Tanner Blunt, excellent safety play right there. He snipped that out, came in at the last second. Another nice ball by Robles, but that window was very small, and that shut down very quick.
You're absolutely right, Jordan. That's a great ball by Robles. But again, Tanner Blunt making a great play. The timing was outstanding as he was able to make the play at the same time the ball arrived for the receiver.
So Paris, what number is Darian?
81.
81.
Sophomore receiver has enjoyed a beautiful view of the game tonight from the sideline. We got to score some more points for him to get into the game. Man. We got to score.
Nice spin move by Kendall. Breaks
the power. There we go. He's gone.
Here.
It's got to be a holding call.
Flag flies on the play. So Kendall Milton breaks off a 60-yard touchdown run, and unfortunately, I think we're coming back. That's so frustrating.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, that's all right, Kendall. It's still going on the highlight tape.
As a running back, I'll tell you what, that is the most frustrating thing. Doing everything he can do, breaking tackle, spin move, and winning the foot race to the end zone.
60 yards after contact right there.
Right.
That'll help the yak average, right? So that play's coming back. I think that's another one of those holding calls where it's not going to go back the full 10 yards because it happened a little bit down the field. So it looks like we're going back 5 yards. Going to bring up 1st and 15. That hurts. So Kendall jogs off to the sideline, catch a breather. Just ran about 86 yards on that 60-yard touchdown.
Going to put an oxygen mask on real quick.
Yeah. All right, handoff goes to Tanner Blunt. Tanner picking his way, breaks a tackle, cuts up the middle. Nice run.
He's still going.
Oh boy, he's still going. And he's going to be brought down to the 30-yard line. That's a great.
That's effort. That's an effort run, Jordan.
Yeah, two of the best back-to-back runs you're ever going to see.
Right.
I mean, they look identical.
Hey,
just
from
going
two
the
different
opposite
people,
direction,
right?
Yeah, so it's nice when, believe it or not, those of you who are watching us for the first time, number 6, Tanner Blunt, is actually our 3rd-string tailback. We talked about this a lot, though, Chris and I. Like, you know, our 2nd and 3rd-string tailback, Levi Williams and Tanner Blunt, would start at 99.9% of the other programs in the Central Valley at the running back position.
And I believe it. And it's a great thing to have 2 power backs that are able to break tackles like that in our program.
So what's going on here?
Looking like 70 is coming off the field. I don't know if he was kicked out or what. He got in trouble.
He got in trouble? Oh, he's getting yelled at. Senior receiver Vinny Ortiz down there getting in 70's ear.
I like to see that.
Accountability.
I love it.
At the player level, right?
Yes.
Not by the coaches, but by your own teammates.
Because he just cost his team 15 yards.
All right, so.
Or did he? Am I wrong?
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Ball's gonna go back to the 44.
Yeah, because it was at the 30-something.
It was at the 30, yeah. So that's a 15-yard penalty. The only good part about that is it's a dead ball foul, which means we'd already picked up the first down.
Right.
So fortunately, it's going to be 1st and 10.
And Jordan, at this point in the game, there's always going to be a little jawing going on out there, but you got to be smart.
Agreed. 1st and 10. Milton back in the game. We got double tight end set here. Cropper up to the top of the screen. Jones at the bottom of the screen. Stevenson back to pass. Eyes up the field. He's throwing the ball at the field. Cropper's got some separation. And Cropper makes a spectacular catch.
Yes, he caught that.
That was an amazing catch right there.
Yes,
wow.
he caught that.
Yes, he caught that. So all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Hey, all them dudes was over there celebrating. Nobody wanted to help him with his shoulder pad. They just got him out there.
Got him out there looking any
Got him out
kind
there
of way.
looking
Look at
toe
him.
up.
Just a mess.
Nobody gonna say nothing.
So Cropper's made some big-time catches in this game. I mean, I was asking you guys, what position is he going to play at the college level? You know, where are these coaches visualizing him at? I think I got my answer. I've been getting my answer the entire season, right? But I mean, these last 2 drives, or the drive before that one where him and Stevenson hooked up, some deep throws right there. Excellent tracking of the ball. That's great. That's coordination. That is it's athleticism, and it's something a very small percentage of the population can do.
I think you're exactly right. He's a home run guy. He's a matchup guy. You want to use him to exploit matchups. He's that kind of kid. He's that dynamic. Again, you see him come off the line. You see how quickly he chews up the coverage right there. He steps on the defensive back's toes. He goes right by him, and he's able to make the dynamic catch right there. He's that kind of player.
And kudos to the sophomore quarterback for getting it to him.
Yeah, Stevenson's showing some good arm talent right there. He can make all the throws on the field.
And Stevenson, who's averaging 105, throwing the ball on a season, is well over that tonight. He's connected with Cropper a few times, so he's definitely well over that 105 average and has at least 50 yards on the ground. So Stevenson, again, coming out showing his ability to sling the rock and run it as well.
All right. So this is a really simple play call right here. So Paris, I've talked about this before. We're on the 1-yard line, right?
That's right.
Are you a fan of taking snaps out of the shotgun on the goal line at the 1-yard line as an X NFL Division I running back. How do you feel about that?
I'm an under the center kind of guy. I've always been that way. But again, when you have a back like Kendall and you have
Kendall's in for the touchdown as we speak.
And you have an offensive line that we have a good offensive line. To answer your question, and to be totally, I'm an under center kind of guy. I think you completely remove the variable. Okay, you take the center from snap, you hand it off. It's downhill smash mouth football on the goal line. So to answer your question, Jordan, no, I'm not a fan of shotgun on a 1 yard line. No.
Same. All right, so the score is now Buchanan Bears 28, Clovis Cougars 0. 11 minutes, 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's funny, it seems like, I don't know, our defense is pitching a shutout right now. I don't know, they've probably given up 250 yards today, maybe close to 300 yards total. But I tell you what, they've really tightened up when they've been in their, when Clovis has gotten down into their red zone. So that bend but don't break mentality is working for us.
Paris, I gotta say, it's been a pleasure having you in the studio tonight. Since you gotta be here under these lights for the next couple games, you might as well join us in the studio the next couple weeks, brother.
Again, normally when I'm in the booth, I'm here on another network, but again, I appreciate you guys inviting me. Again, it's about the kids, man. I love to sit up here and talk about the kids, and it's because of them we can sit up here as proud fathers
100%.
and watch this game tonight. So it's about the kids, man, and if I'm available, again, I love to join you guys, and I appreciate what you're doing.
Appreciate it, baby.
So, for those of you scoring at home, I take that as a definitely maybe.
A hard maybe.
So you're saying there's a chance.
If we're talking about movies, that might be a good thing, but in the sales world, that's not a good thing.
Hey, that's like
we need a yes or a no.
That's like in
definitely maybe.
remember in the movie Step Brothers when they was asking if they could build bunk beds, and the dad gave my answer, and it was like so.
Yes. So,
man, we got YG playing tonight in Veterans. They got YG playing.
Clovis High has made a change at the quarterback position.
Oh, they're going into that double wing, yeah.
Oh boy, they had a little suspect.
Double wing triple option attack.
Michael Mertens there in the hole to meet him, and falling forward. It's ridiculous, but
he got caught in the backfield, but still picked up 3.
And again, it's very, Jordan, it's weird because they're down 28-0. In that triple option attack like that, it's almost virtually impossible to come back. You think they come out and trying to throw the football here, but when you see teams like Air Force and Georgia Tech when they run this offense, it's tough. It's tough to come from behind because you're running the football and the clock is now ticking.
Yes. So I don't know, Paris, you take this as them waving the white flag?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the staff is thinking over there for the Clovis High Cougars. Again, you think you want to get Robles passing the ball. He's a young man that averages 227 in the air. So I'm not sure what the thought mentality.
So interesting that. Okay. Another run up the middle. That's 2 consecutive gains of close. That one was for 12 yards.
And maybe they're just trying to get something going. Maybe it's a change of pace. We're trying to get anything going at this point.
I will say they are moving with urgency. I mean, they're getting up to the line, and they're snapping pretty quickly, and it seems to be working.
Right, and Jordan, it's a really tough offense to stop. It is. It's really tough to stop the double wing triple option attack.
So let's go back to the first couple minutes of that first quarter, when Clovis High made that really nice opening drive and missed the field goal. How much you think would have made field goal potentially have affected this game?
Well, again, that's 3 points, and that puts the score at 28-3. But
momentum, momentum.
Right. You're absolutely correct, Chris. Momentum. They get some points on the board. It's a win for their offense. So, yes and no. But again, they've been in the red zone here, 2 or 3 times in tonight's ball game and come away with 0 points.
I think it definitely impacted their strategy for the rest of the game once they got inside the red zone. Right? I mean, like we saw them go for it on 4th and 20 from the 20-yard line.
Because they didn't kick again after that.
Yep. So last week was a horrible week for kickers in the NFL.
Oh, I agree. Hey, what was your boy Cosby? What was his name?
Mason Crosby.
Oh my God.
Missed 5 kicks, and he was like probably the most consistent kicker in the NFL. Oh wow. So Robles back in the game. He's going to scramble for a first down. We got a flag that flies in late.
That may be a late hit, which is going to tack on more yardage. Oh no, that's coming back.
Munch, the stadium is not that pinked out. We have some splotches. I don't even know if that's a word.
Sporadic splotches of pink.
But nothing overwhelming other than the cheerleaders on the platform.
A lot more red than pink. Does make the third down a lot more manageable for him though, but that's got to hurt when your quarterback makes a play, scrambles, picks up probably 20 plus yards on a scramble, and it comes back.
Robles, his improvisation ability, he runs, he does it all for that Clovis Cougar offense.
Robles looking to get rid of the ball quickly. Oh boy!
Oh my gosh!
That's going to be a targeting.
So Trey Coakley makes that receiver pay, right? So at the high school level, a hit on a defensive receiver is going to draw a flag.
That's right.
10 times out of 10. Coakley doesn't seem to be too upset. He's celebrating in the backfield.
Well, I'm not sure what the CIF rule is, but he might be celebrating his last play at his ball game. I'm not sure.
If he might, yeah.
That might be his swan song.
So, okay, so he didn't lead with the helmet. He didn't lead with the helmet.
It was a clean hit.
Is it because they would consider that, a defenseless?
Yeah, a defenseless receiver in the air.
You know what? That was a textbook tackle. I get it.
That was Rodney Harrison right there, boy.
I'm not mad at Trey Coakley for that play right there.
He did what he was supposed to do.
He sent a message. That same play happens 10 plays from now. That receiver's going to alligator arm that ball for sure.
That's not happening again. Brad, you went home, man?
Braca is tuning in. The score is Buchanan 28, Clovis High 0. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the shutout just ended. First touchdown of the game for the Clovis Cougars. 9 minutes, 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Score is now Buchanan 28, Clovis High 6. Thanks a lot, Brad.
Now, Jordan, where has that been all night? You see Clovis just taking advantage on a simple swing route or a simple hitch route. And number 4 taking it the distance for the Clovis Cougars, breaking multiple tackles. I think I'd be more concerned about the multiple tackles right there.
Right.
That's the touchdown.
Yes.
Agreed. All right, so let's see if their kicker, looks like that's good. Nice confidence boost for the kicker of the Clovis Cougars. Shout out to David Burton for your faithful viewership. Shout out to Brad and Mandy Braca for your faithful viewership and your friendship. Great family there. Be on the lookout for Cameron Braca.
I love the kids. I like the kids better than I like Brad.
Hey, the Braca family's tough to beat, man. They're fun. They're fun from top to bottom. So I'm anticipating a high and
onside.
Short kick.
Onside. That's what I see.
Oh, an onside coming on.
That's the only thing that would make sense.
And we get no onside. They kick the ball to Tanner. Looks like an offsides penalty. They're gonna be backed up 5 yards.
That's right. Kick it again.
John Byers, thank you for the love from Los Angeles. So
that's Junior.
That's John Byers Jr.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
John Byers Jr. So we got both of Byers.
He's an actor down in L.A.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Been in some great commercials, some great television shows. He's down there doing. Look at him. He's pretty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, his picture. Oh, look at that.
Look at him. An attractive young man down there killing it.
No kidding. No kidding. Man.
Look at the jawline.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives. Hide your girls. Hide your wives. All right, so we're going to get an onside this time, fellas?
No, they better kick this. Yeah, you better kick this.
All right, so Tanner takes it again. He's going to go lateral. He's looking to find a seam.
Oh, no, upfield, Tanner, upfield.
Yeah, would have liked to see him
Upfield.
turn that ball upfield. Very difficult on special teams to get things going when you're running laterally.
My dad used to tell me the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Straight line.
Man. All right, you plant that foot, you go upfield.
Get downhill. Shout out my cousin Buddy Sconyers tuning in all the way from Washington. Appreciate the love, fam. And I need you to get on the chat and make your comments on the chat, because you keep hitting me on my cell phone and my ability to multitask is terrible.
Hey,
so.
like we not up here working.
All right, Hernandez in motion. Stevenson keeps it, gets it out to Cropper. Cropper makes a move, takes a hit. Picks up 2 yards on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 8.
And Jordan, the Bears utilizing motion. Okay, trying to get that linebacker's eyes on the motion, hit that quick hitch to Cropper to hopefully make a play in space right there.
Hand off to Kendall Milton, calling it. Hand off to Kendall Milton. Picking his way forward. That's a nice, good, solid run right there. Picked up 6 yards on the play. Close to 7. Going to bring up 3rd and a long 1.
A good, solid run, and this is where I become Coach Gaines here as I assess this young man. His guard turned up inside. Okay, he has to trust that guard and turn up inside. He has the ability at this level to outrun virtually anyone on the field. But as he gets older and as he continues to go on, he has to plant that foot and go inside with his guard.
High snap, hand up goes right up the middle to Milton. Picks up 7 yards. Mouthful of marbles there. 7 more for Milton. I think we're going to continue to see a steady dosage of Kendall Milton left.
Right, and he has to be approaching that 100-yard marker tonight. Or well over that 100-yard marker tonight.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would say he's probably somewhere between 120 to 140. Chris, any predictions? Predictions on Kendall's stat line?
No, sir.
I'd say 128 right now. Stevenson back to pass.
That's got to be pass interference.
Yeah, we got a pass interference flag right there. Looking to hit Brock Jones on a slant.
We have another flag.
What's the flag in the backfield there? So it looks like number 77. So pass interference in the secondary. Number 77 seems a little. That's a very talented junior, Zane Riggs.
Jalen Cropper indicating that the call is on the Clovis Cougars.
First call, pass interference. Second call,
that's on us.
Personal foul on us. Those penalties offset. We're going to replay first down. That's too bad.
That's right. Well,
pass interference and spot foul. We were going to get an easy first down.
We can't become unraveled right now with 7:15 to go, up 28-7. We have to continue to remain poised and confident.
Agreed. All right, little island action at the top of the screen right here for Brock Jones. Handoff goes to Kendall. Picks up 2 yards and bring up 2nd and 8.
Another inside run by Kendall Milton. Just continue to keep those legs moving.
Okay, got a playoff update from our good friend David Burton. Milwaukee Brewers, LA Dodgers 5. Thank you, Buchanan, for saving David's evening. Stevenson keeps it, flushed out. Gets the ball to Jones. Pick up about 10 yards on the play. Nice play by the quarterback right there.
That's right.
Evading the rush, keeps his eyes up the field. Nice job by Jones making himself available. And extend the drive and move the chains. 6 minutes, 28 seconds. Clock is ticking. Scores Buchanan 28, Clovis 7.
Looks like Cropper's back in the Wildcat.
All right, we're in the Wildcat here. Fumble snap, and I think Clovis is going to come up with the ball right there. All right, so a little bit of miscommunication there between Cropper and Milton on that read option.
Cropper and that was Tanner.
Excuse me, Cropper and Tanner.
Right. Hey, what I tell you about that well, though?
You talk about going to the well too many times. There's so many things that can happen when you run that zone read look. The quarterback's eyes are looking at the defensive end. Okay, so the combination between the quarterback and the running back, his job is to put it in the pocket, Chris, and the running back cannot squeeze or clamp down hard on the football. So there's so many things that has to take place for that play to go right.
That you don't even need to risk right now.
I mean, up 28-7.
Yeah, I thought we had good momentum going, multiple first downs. But again, that's part of you got to take the bad with the good, right?
No doubt.
I think our net like production off that Wildcat formation has been, oh wow, a nice little hook and ladder right there. You don't see hook and ladders often at the high school level.
Wow, going to the hook and ladder here. That's the back of the playbook, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean they're deep. They're on page like out of a 28-page playbook. They're on page 29 right there.
Wow, you see the hook and ladder by Clovis Cougars just trying to get anything going right now. But again, you're absolutely right on the last play, the fumble exchange there. If it's executed correctly, we're still driving the football. Screen.
Wow. Nice hit on the play right there by sophomore safety Hayden Peterson. And those of you that are watching us and that are tuning in with us, get used to hearing that name. You're going to hear that name a lot over the next 3 years.
I believe that.
Second down and 10.
Here comes the blitz.
Blitz back to pass. Can't avoid the rush. He's brought down for a 7-yard sack. Let me see if I can pick that out here. That's Titus Lowe and Reese Bacon. Who else jumps up from the pile? Okay, so Reese Bacon's going to get credit for that sack right there. How many sacks we got tonight, Paris?
Oh, man, at least
6,
5.
7? Yeah, quite a bit. Robles has definitely been under duress, and he's done a good job of extending plays and making things happen. Blunt checks back into the game. Looks like nobody's going to sub out. Looks like we were probably short. Maybe that was
3rd and 17.
3rd and 17. He's rolling to the right. He's looking up the field. And number 4 is wide open. Big hit on the play again by Hayden Peterson. He's out there feeling himself right now. That's a big time hit.
The young sophomore who sees spot duty. He comes in and out for Tanner Blunt on different situations. But this is a young man whose future is very bright. Very bright.
Yeah, watching his growth over the last 3-4 years, since, from 7th grade to now, it's just amazing how much he's blossomed. Reese Bacon again. So that could be called a half sack. Michael Merton's also in on it, but I'm gonna give credit to that to Reese Bacon.
Definitely.
He had him wrapped up.
You can't bear pressure right now. Just not taking your foot off the pedal at all. Just sending the house right there. We're having great success. That may be, Jordan, we just talked about the sack count. That may be number 7 or 8 right there. So
yeah,
a very successful night from the boys up front.
Well, it's a dream for a pass rusher, right? I mean, you pin your ears back and you get after the quarterback. You have no run responsibility, no nothing. You're just firing off the ball and trying to pick up a sack. And here's
another one.
Oh, okay, so 4 momentum stopped. Another sack, this one by Jack Bankston.
Wow.
This is impressive what we're seeing right now, fellas.
And let's give credit to the secondary. Hey, if there's no one to throw to.
Correct. Correct.
Let's give credit to the secondary.
3rd and 26.
3rd and eternity. They just picked up a 3rd and 17 though, so I'm not going to put it past them to pick this up. So 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, clock ticking. Scores Buchanan 28, Clovis High 7. Robles back to pass, eyes up the field, hits a shallow crossing route. Nice tackle on the play right there. Is that senior Stephen Scheidt? I believe it is. Verified senior Stephen Scheidt. Hops up, grabbing his crotch region. Hopefully that's not a growing injury. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. Okay, so the Cougars send out their punting unit. Interesting. They just picked up a 3rd and 17. But, hey. Watch the fake punt here. Right kick. Going to take a Clovis Cougar bounce. Going to be down. Oh boy, I think that's going to be a touchback. Yeah, that's a touchback.
It's a touchback.
So that's a mental error right there.
It is.
You know, great hustle play by that special teams player. I didn't see the number on it, but again, if any part of your body touches that end zone line, then it's coming out. It's a touchback.
Correct, correct.
Hey, did you guys see, it was on Facebook, but I'm sure the video was around. Last minute of the game, that team came back from a 17-point deficit and won.
Oh, I
Can't remember who was playing. Did you see it?
I did not see that.
Oh, man, it was crazy. Determination, that's all I have to say.
There you go. It's that never quit mentality, Chris.
Man.
Handoff goes to Kendall Milton, breaks a tackle, makes a nice move, picks up 6 yards on the play.
Again, and you see his ability to make that jump cut. We talk about the different things that it takes and different tools to be a great running back. You see the jump cut, you see the vision, you see the patience, you see the power.
Yeah, the ability to move, again, the lateral agility is not normal for a running back of that size, right?
Correct.
And so
Correct.
when you're evaluating Kendall as a talent, and you're asking why is he a 5-star? What separates him from some of these other running backs that have already at 1,500 yards? It's that. It's the speed, it's the explosiveness, but it's also the ability to move laterally. All right, minute 30 seconds left. One more first down, and we're going to be able to get in victory formation here, fellas.
Again, I'm liking the way he's moving. I can see his confidence coming off of that ankle. That's something that we haven't been able to see all season. So that's a good sign coming from the Milton camp. I would love to see him tear off one, selfishly.
It's definitely going to be a run.
Wow. So he picks up the first down. He doesn't tear off a big one right there, but he does take a 1-yard loss and turn it into a 3-yard gain for a first down, which is going to allow us to go into victory formation here. 49.5 seconds left. So I think finally we're about to see our quarterback take a snap from under center.
It's the best offense in football right here, Jordan. Victory formation.
So this is what we're going to do, fellas. If you guys are okay with it, we're counting down right now, 35 seconds on the clock. We know this game is essentially over. Let's go ahead and stop so we can go down there and talk to our boys before they go into the locker room.
Good call.
You want to take us out, Jordan?
All right, final score in the game is going to be Buchanan 28, Clovis High 7. Thanks again for joining us. We look forward to connecting with you guys next week. We got Clovis East next week.
Clovis North.
Clovis North next week. So the game will be again here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thanks again for joining us. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you click that subscribe button on the Swag Dad Network. Paris Gaines, love you, brother.
Stay classy,
Appreciate
Jordan.
it.
All right.